We're going to do an exercise now called It's Tuesday. And the way this works is Fred is going to make some comment to me, something that has no emotional charge. So he's not going to come in and say, oh, I murdered your father, but rather something really basic, like it's Tuesday. My process is I'm going to pick an emotion and respond with that emotion first. Huge. Then I'm going to justify why I had that emotion, and then I'm going to give him a basic non-charged phrase back, and he'll do the same thing.
Now, in this case, it's not every time we come into each other, it's not going to be it's Tuesday. It's
right.
Tuesday is the name of the exercise, but we can say whatever we want.
Right, and as long as it's just something basic, normal conversation, but it's very important. You respond first, and when I teach this, usually I tell people to even repeat that phrase. So if it was it's Tuesday and I was doing anger, I would repeat, it's Tuesday, just to really get that feel. You don't want to start justifying too early because the point is to have that emotion first.
So, for example, the coat is on the bench.
Oh my God, the coat is on the bench? The coat is on the bench? Are you crazy? That's a brand new $2,000 leather jacket, and that is a freshly painted bench, and you ruined the coat. That was going to be the gift for my father, and it was going to repair our relationship. You ruined everything. Now I feel like I have to. Now I have to go to the mall.
You have to go to the mall? You have to go to the mall? The mall is not a place that you just go and shop. The mall is a place where you go and you feel yourself. You sit on the bench and you absorb the mall. You don't just go to the mall. You take the mall in and let it become part of you. My God, oh my God, man. Have you not figured out where to go eat?
Where to go eat? Where to go eat? That is so funny. You're like, you know, I'm on that diet where I need to lose 20 pounds by next week for my wedding, and I can't eat. I can't eat anything. In fact, forget eating. I gotta go throw up to get whatever's in there out. And you know what would be helpful though is if you could get me a ginger ale.
A ginger ale? A ginger ale? Oh my God. Did you not know that ginger ale is always the thing that got me depressed? That's the thing I would drink right before trying to kill myself every single time. My God, ginger ale! It's the worst drink in the world. How could you bring that up right now? It's hurting me inside deeply, as if it's wounding my soul. My God, man, have you checked your bank book?
And that's the exercise. So we can go back on that over and over again. Now, it's silly, but what's critical there is we both responded emotionally first. And what is really interesting is that when we had our responses, we didn't know why we're having those responses. But it forces your creativity to come up with a justification.
Right. Emotion first, justification second or later.
Right, and it's an interesting thing about creativity is that your mind will come up with connections if you let it. What people struggle with when you teach them this game at first is you'll say something like, oh, can you get me a ginger ale? And they'll immediately go like, oh, I can't get you a ginger ale because I tried to kill myself when I had a ginger ale. And they're going right to justification, skipping the emotion. That's much harder, and their mind comes up with much fewer creative things that way. So this is a great game to practice that level of creativity, using emotion.
Yeah.
It's a great exercise to practice expressing emotions that you might use in, say, a speech or part of a presentation. And it just gives some idea of how the emotion can tie to moving the story
And if you're
forward.
just starting, one of the things you should do is sort of put a list together of 10 emotions.
Yeah.
So that you always sort of know, it's not that you're going to always choose one, but you'll have sort of 10 to go through. So think of anger, think of depression, think of excitement, think of, you know, whatever.
Right.